Hello everyone, welcome to the YouTube channel Technome Program. In this video, we are going to see about the looping statements in Python. So first, before moving to the concept, we need to know what is meant by loop. Looping is a process of executing a certain task repeatedly until the given condition is satisfied. So this is the definition of loop. So why we are using loop inside our program? We use loop to execute a task for a certain number of time, and the loop will be terminated when the maximum number of time is reached. That is nothing but the condition. If the condition is overloaded, then the looping will be ended after the statement is executed. So that is the concept of loop inside the program. Now we have two loops in the Python. They are for loop and while loop. First, we don't have do while loop in Python. But if you have studied any other programming language, you may came across the word do while. That is one of the loop. So the do while loop is not available in Python. Loop. There are only two loops, for loop and while loop. First we are going to see about while loop. So the syntax of while loop is while, and inside this brackets, that is the round brackets, you have to give the condition, and after the condition is specified, you have to give the colon. This is the syntax of declaring the while loop, and if you want to enter the statements inside the while loop, then the statements must be intended for a certain tab space. Then only the compiler will consider this as a statement of while loop. Otherwise, the statements will be considered as the programming statements. It is not the statement of while loop. So if you want to specify the statements inside the while loop, then you have to specify it with the intending space. So let's move to the coding part and check it whether while loop works or not. First, I am specifying the value of I is equal to 0. I is equal to 0. Now I am using the while, and after the while keyword we have to specify the condition. The condition may be anything, that is while I is less than 10. This is a condition I have given. After the specifying the condition, we have to give the colon, and after that I am printing. This is a statement, so that I am intending a tab space, so note that. So print I. So now I am running the program. Before running, I have to increase the value of I. For that, I plus is equal to 1. So if you don't know what does this operator does, then I will give you the link in the description that I have explained the concept of this operator. So check it. This operator does nothing but I is equal to I plus 10. So this is the operator concept in Python. The video will be in the description. Click it and see. So next I am running the program. So the program is executed 10 times up to 0 and to 9. So now I will explain it to you. What is the concept? So see here, first I is equal to 0. While 0 is less than 10, I am printing the value of 0. That is 0 is printed. In the same way, next line we are incrementing the value of I with 1. Then 1 will be printed. That is 0 plus 1. Sorry, here I is equal to I plus 1. So next 1 will be printed, and next 2 will be printed. In the same way, up to 9 it is printed, and after 9 I will be equal to 10. So it checks the condition. 10 is less than 10. No, it is false. So the condition false. So the program is terminated. Now we can also specify the else block inside our while. In most of the programming languages, you are using the else block only for if condition. Here we can also use the else block for while. So if the condition fails, the else block will be executed. So I am printing here condition fails. So now I am running the program. So see here, at last we get the condition failed. After 9 is executed, 10 is less than 10, then the while loop is terminated and the else block is executing as condition fails. So hence the program is correct. So this is the use of while loop inside the program. Now we are going to use the continue and the break statement inside our loop. So first, why we are using continue statement? The continue statement rejects all the remaining statement in the current iteration. Iteration is nothing but loop. In the current loop, it removes all the code behind the continue statement and it moves the control back to the top of the loop. See here, after the continue statement, the loop moves to the top of the loop. Now I will show you. For example, here I am using a if condition. If I is equal to 3. Now I am specifying here as printing, specifying continue. Specifying this at the top of the if condition. Intending matters. So after this continue statement, I am printing I. Note that this print is within this while loop and this continue is within this if condition. So only the continue is intended after the if condition and the print is not intended after the if condition. So this is the concept in Python. So this print, if condition and this increment are belongs to the while loop and this continue statement belongs to if condition. So in this way we have to use the intent. Now I am printing fi. I am running the program. Now I will not get 3 because when I is equal to 3, the loop will move to the while again. It will not print I. This statement will not be executed when I is equal to 3. After reading this continue statement, then the loop will be, then the compiler will read this loop again. It won't read this statements behind this continue. Now I am running the program. See here, I have got 1, 2, 4. The 3 is not printed. So in this way you can use the continue statement in your program. Next we are going to use the break statement. So the break statement is used to bring the control of the program out of the loop. The break statement is exactly opposite to the continue statement. For example, here I am specifying break. So after reading this break, then the loop will be terminated. That is, this while loop won't work after I is equal to 3. That 1 and 2 only will be printed. Now I am printing, running the program. See here, 1 and 2 only printed and the loop is terminated. The else block will not work because the loop is terminated not because of the condition failed. It is because of this break statement. Hence the program is ended. So in this way we can use the break statement inside our while loop. So next we are going to see about the for loop. So first we need to know the syntax of for loop. The syntax of for loop is for I in range. I is nothing but a variable, iteratable variable. For I in range is a keyword for iterating through a certain number of time. In range is a keyword. And inside this round brackets you can specify how many times your loop want to run. If I am specifying here 0 to 5, then the loop will be executed for 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. It will not be executed for 5. In the same way, the for loop statements will also should be intended. For example, now I am going to code it for you. Again I am specifying. In the for loop you don't want to initialize the value. For loop is an important concept in Python. Now I will show you for I in range. In range is a keyword that I already told you, 0 to 5. Now I am closing the round brackets and after that I colon. Now I am printing the value of I. Now I am running the program. 0 to 4 will be printed. The fifth element will not be printed. So now you know the importance of for loop. That is, using the for loop we don't want to specify first I is equal to 0. In the for loop this first value will be assigned to the iterable, that is the variable I, and up to 4 times the loop is executed. So in this way you can specify the for loop. You can also use the else block for loop, that is when the condition is terminated, it is printing terminated. Now I am running the program. So after the 4 is printed, the else block is running, that is the condition is terminated, it shows. So in this way you can use the for loop in your program. So now we are going to iterate through a list, that is we are going to loop through a list for a for loop. First I am creating a list here, I is equal to, not only I, for example age is equal to 10, 12, 13, 14, 15 and 16. It is a list containing age. Using the for loop you can iterate through a list and also a tuple, dictionary and set. You can iterate through a list, tuple, dictionary and set, and also strings. Now I will show you. For I in, not in range, in age. Now I am specifying the semicolon and I am printing the value of I. Now the program is saved and running. Now 12, 13, 14, 15 will be printed. See here, I have given the list 12, 13, 14, 15 and 16, and I have specified the for loop for I in age. So for every I in age, the ith value will be printed. That is 12 is printed and 13 is printed, 14. By default, it is increasing one value. We don't want to specify I is equal to I plus 1 as we specified in the while loop. So that is the use of the for loop. Suppose if you want the I to be incremented 2 times, then you have to specify here 2. If you haven't specified anything here, by default it is incremented to 1. If you haven't specified anything, this is the meaning of that. But here if you give 2, then see here, I will show you that. 2 times I will be incremented and the loop is printed here, 0, 2, 4. After that the condition fails. And here I can specify any number that should be incremented. Suppose here I am incrementing 3 also, the loop will be executed. See here 0 and 3. After that 6 will be printed because 6 is not in range, that is 0 to 5. So the 6 is not printed, 0 and 3 only printed here. So in this way you can specify the increment order of a for loop. The benefit of using the for loop, that is you don't have to mention the increment of I. By default the variable will be incremented by the value of I 1. But if you want to change it, then you have to mention like this. For I in the word banana, that is the string BANANA. Now I am specifying the colon and I am printing the value of I. The banana will be indexed and BANANA will be printed. See here, I am showing it. First B is printed, then next A, then N, then A, then N, A. That is banana is iterated. So using the for loop you can also iterate through a string. So today we have learned the concept of for loop and while loop. In the next video we will be learning some more important concepts in Python that will be more interesting using this for loop and while loop. There are many programs that can be very useful programs can be done. So if you haven't subscribed this channel, subscribe this. Yeah, thank you.